the machine is fighting. For decades, the mainstream music industry has been a fortress, and with a few powerful record labels as the gatekeepers. Their business model was simple: find the talent, mold it, market it, and most importantly, fucking own that shit. This ownership often comes from the infamous 360 deal. It sounds like a friendly partnership, but for many artists, it's a creative prison. Label takes a piece of the cheese. In return, the artists get an advance, which is really just a loan they have to pay back before they ever even see another dime. The financial pressure is insane, and it forces one kind of creativity, the safe kind, the kind that chases trends instead of starting them. The machine needs products that are predictable and easy to sell. This is how you get the endless cycle of manufactured hits, where songs are written by a committee, auto-tuned to robotic perfection, and focus grouped until every rough edge is gone. It leads to phony personas and fake celebrity drama. In this world, real authenticity isn't a feature, it's a bug. The bottom line, creative control and a fair paycheck are almost impossible for artists stuck in this system and in its boots. So, alrighty. Yo, welcome to Grimm's Music Mosh Pit. I'm the Grim one, and today we're diving into the secret rebellion mainstream music fears, okay? We're told this is the peak of music, a multi-million-dollar spectacle for 50,000 people, a perfectly polished, algorithm-approved product, delivered by the artists who feel more like a brand than a person. But what if I told you the most important revolution in music isn't happening on these massive sterile stages? It's happening in the basements, small clubs, and on tiny stages. It's being coded on Discord servers and uploaded directly to platforms where fans call the shots. It's led by artists the industry would rather you ignore. Okay? This is the story of the secret rebellion that has the mainstream music machine shaking in its boots, and why they're right to be nervous. Section 1, the system, how the machine works. To get the rebellion, you first have to get the machine is fighting. For decades, the mainstream music industry has been a fortress, and with a few powerful record labels as the gatekeepers. Their business model was simple: find the talent, mold it, market it, and most importantly, fucking own that shit. So this ownership often comes from the infamous 360 deal. It sounds like a friendly partnership, but for many artists, it's a creative prison. The label takes a piece of the cheese every time. You know, it's not just music. It's your tours, your merch, and your acting gigs. In return, the artists get an advance, which is really just a loan they have to pay back before they ever even see another dime. You know, the financial pressure is insane, and it forces one kind of creativity, the safe kind, the kind that chases trends instead of starting them. The machine needs products that are predictable and easy to sell. This is how you get the endless cycle of manufactured hits, where songs are written by a committee, auto-tuned to robotic perfection, and focus grouped until every rough edge is gone. It leads to phony personas and fake celebrity drama just to make headlines. In this world, real authenticity isn't a feature, it's a bug. The bottom line, creative control and a fair paycheck are almost impossible for artists stuck in this system. They get stripped of the very thing that made them special. You know, become just another cog in the machine, man, built to make the gatekeepers rich, not the creators. This whole system was built on one idea: the artists need labels to find an audience. But what if that's not true anymore? To the rebellion, case studies from the underground, while the mainstream is busy perfecting its formula, a revolution is brewing in the digital back alleys and the independent venues of the world. It's led by artists who defy the industry, not just by choice, but by necessity. And they're proving you don't need to have the machine to build a career, a community, or a movement. Take an artist like JPEG Mafia. His music is abrasive, experimental, and confrontational, and the kind of genre-bending, politically charged art that would get laughed out of the major label boardroom. His lyrics are a raw critique of everything from the internet culture to systematic racism. Instead of toning it down, he built his entire career on that. His fans call him Peggy, and they flock to his aggressive live shows because they crave that raw, unfiltered energy. Yeah, he uses platforms like YouTube, not just for music videos, but to create documentaries and host listening parties, talking directly to his community. You know, he's the total opposite of an industry plant, and he loves it because he built his success by being 100% himself. That's dope, you know? This DIY spirit is the heart of the new underground. Just look at the wave of hip hop artists like who blew up not from the radio but from like TikTok artists and like TikTok artists like Osama Sun at Spend artists and Rich Amari. They're like rewriting the rule book. Osama Sun didn't just help pioneer the new rage sound. He produced his own stuff, keeping total creative control. Rich Amari's track One Call became viral on TikTok sensation, launching his career overnight and proving that one explosive fan-driven moment can blow right past the industry's walls. These artists aren't waiting to be discovered. They're building their own empires, one stream at a time. This rebellion is powered by a whole new toolkit. Platforms like Bandcamp let artists sell music directly to fans, sell their own price. But maybe the real nerve center of this new underground is a place you wouldn't expect. Discord. Originally for gamers, Discord has become home for musicians building real tight-knit communities. It's like a digital backstage pass and where the line between artists and fans nearly disappear. Artists like Lindsey Sterling and the band Fly By Midnight use their servers to chat with the fans, share behind the scenes stuff and host Q&As and everything like that and get instant feedback. It's not about shouting into the void of the social media algorithm. It's about making real human connections. And in these spaces, fans become more than just customers, They become a digital street team, part of the artist's journey. 3, we have the tipping point, okay? Why the mainstream is scared. So why does any of this matter? Why is the mainstream getting so worried? Because it exposes their biggest lie, the myth of the gatekeeper. So for almost a century, the music industry justified its power by claiming that only they had the money and the connections and the secret sauce to make someone a star. They were the bridge connecting artists to audiences, and they charged a massive toll to cross it. But this is the new generation built their own bridges. You know what I mean? The success stories are now legendary. Billie Eilish, became a global superstar, recording songs with her brother in her bedroom. Russ built a platinum selling career by stubbornly dropping a new song on the SoundCloud every single week for years. These aren't just lucky breaks. These are proof of concept. They show that the talent, drive, and a Wi-Fi connection, artists don't need to ask for the permission to have a career anymore. In fact, independent artists are now a massive force. So, they're accounting for a huge share of global music consumption and revenue. The secret the industry is waking up to is that the artists are realizing they have options. The rise of independent artists is a direct threat to the old way of doing business. Every artist building a real career on Bandcamp, every community thriving on Discord, and every song that goes viral on TikTok without marketing budget is another crack in the fucking foundation that made the old fortress. It proves that the power is shifting from, boardrooms, back into the creators and their fans. They want you to think making it in music is like winning the lottery, a 1 in a million shot that only they can give you. But these artists prove it. It's not the lottery, It's about building a community, and that's something no record label could ever truly manufacture. So what does this mean for us, the people who actually listen to the music? It means we have more power than ever. This isn't just a fight for the soul of music. It's our chance to actually change who gets to create and how they do it. The real power was never in the record labels. It was in the playlist, your concert tickets, and your shares. Okay, supporting this rebellion is simple, man. Just find an artist you love and tell a friend, buy their album on Bandcamp instead of just streaming it. Join their Discord and go to a show at a small venue. But then you're more than just a passive listener. You're part of their story then. So the old guards of the music industry are starting to sweat because they see the walls of their fortress crumbling. They see the future where an artist own their work, the bend between the artist and their audience. The future of music is independent, it's authentic, and it's already here, thriving in all the places the mainstream refuses to look. You just have to know where to find it. So until next time, guys, I'll smell you later.